This is easily my second favorite live-action Transformers movie after Bumblebee.
Heck yeah, this movie was awesome. I loved it.
Yeah, I definitely loved the story, and the action was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, the story is once again about the Autobots fighting evil robots, but those evil robots are not Decepticons. They're Terracons, who are led by a character who was absolutely ruined in Transformers The Last Knight. And that character is none other than Unicron. Yes, Unicron is my favorite Transformers villain of all time. I am so glad that they redeemed the character in this movie. I mean, obviously he doesn't have a lot of screen time in this movie because he's not the main villain, but he was definitely great. And speaking of the main villain, the character called Scourge is the main villain of this movie, and wow, he was such a fantastic villain. Peter Dinklage did such a great job voicing him. I did not expect Peter Dinklage to nail the villainous role that he had in this film. He should definitely do more villainous roles like this. And let's not forget about Peter Cullen, who came back to reprise his role as me, Optimus Prime. And once again, he gave a fantastic performance. Yep, and despite his age, he still got it. I did like the new take on the character, where he doesn't really trust humans when it comes to working side by side with the Autobots. Well, there is an obvious reason to that. He wanted the Autobots to stay hidden, because we all know how humans act around aliens and monsters, like myself. Yeah, they usually just take one look at us and assume that we're threats, even though we're not. Well, I'm an exception. Yeah, we know. Speaking of humans, I did enjoy the character Noah Diaz, who is the main human lead of the film. He had some very good development in this film. Yep, and he is already better than Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, and he also had some very good chemistry with Mirage, who by the way is a very hilarious comic relief. Pete Davidson did such a great job voicing him. Fun fact, when I first saw Mirage in the trailer, I thought it was Jazz because of his vehicle mode. But no, it's Mirage. Which I guess is cool too, considering how much of a hilarious comic relief he was in this film. I also love the addition of the Maximals, and it's the first time they ever appeared in live action too. And we get people like Ron Perlman as the voice of Optimus Primal, as well as Michelle Yeoh as Airazor. It's a shame we never got to see Airazor in her robot form, since she unfortunately got killed.
Speaking of which, a bad quality I have with this film is that I did not like the way they treated Bumblebee. Because in the fight at the museum, Bumblebee gets killed by Scourge, and he doesn't come back into the final battle.
Well, that's funny. The same exact thing happened to me in Revenge of the Fallen. Yeah, I'll agree. I did not like what they did to Bumblebee. And this explains why Bumblebee was barely in the trailers. Another bad quality I have with this film, I did not like how they handled Wheeljack. Or as I would nickname him, the sad excuse for Wheeljack. Yeah. Unlike the Wheeljack from the Bumblebee movie where his design is based on G1, and he is voiced by Steve Blum, Wheeljack in this movie, his design was changed, and now he transforms into a bus. And for some reason, he has a different accent, and he wears glasses. That I do not understand. I mean, why do Autobots need glasses anyway? They're robots. They don't have human eyes. Anyways, I think that'll be it for the review. I'm gonna rate this movie a 9 out of 10. And now, let's find out what movie we're gonna review next. The next movie we'll be reviewing is... Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Well, it's about time the wheel is finally letting us review an MCU movie.